Hey guys. Uh it's 12:07 Pacific time where I am when I'm shooting this video, and yeah. This is going to be a bit of a rant because I feel the need to explain these things. So, and no, this is not just it's not strictly about me. I think there's a bigger issue in this what I'm talking about. And side note, if you feel there's an issue that you think has not been addressed, but you don't want to do anything about it, I like this phrase, be the change. So I'm being the change in this situation for my own personal situation. like, and as you can see, I'm wearing my own natural right now. So yeah, this is my hair. It needs to be fixed a little bit. I need to get my hair done. Hair did. Shout out to Fergie. But anyway, double Duchess, highly recommend it. And for those YouTube people that know, I have seen Detective Pikachu now, so I will be giving a review of that at some point. No guarantees when, because I really don't know. And there might be some strong language in this, so just be aware. And yes, I'm back to blonde. Aren't I gorgeous? I know, right? Yes. But Pride is forever and Halloween is forever. Never forget. Okay. So I recently saw a post on of all wonderful apps, Facebook, and it said, and don't get me wrong, the photo was cute. It was a very cute couple. They were very lovely in their cosplay. But the quote said, "Find a tuxedo mask to your Sailor Moon." Now, I've been around the block in that situation. Like, I'm not speaking for the couple and that couple, but for myself, I've dated I've dated a few people who cosplay Tuxedo Mask. And let me just say, they gave me some great lyrics. I can't even tell, the one in particular who cosplayed Prince Endymion, he's kind of an endo. He knows who he is, but he's not worth mentioning. But yeah, he's kind of an endo for all the Sailor Moon fans who get that innuendo. You're welcome. But yeah, having dated many, not a lot of endos, but quite a few. Like, don't you dare, whoever decided that was a funny or cute post, whoever thought that was cute, don't ever tell a girl, find someone who will make you happy. No. Find yourself and make you happy. Like, you don't need anybody to make you happy. You seriously don't. You need to love yourself first. And I know that's cliche, overdone, and self-help coaches use it to scam people. I'm aware. So don't think this is me trying to sell shit, because I'm not. But love your fucking self. And Iyanla Vanzant shared this great quote. I don't know exactly how she worded it, but I'm going to word it the way I remember it. Don't put the keys to your happiness in someone else's hands. I don't know exactly how she worded it, but that's the quote I remember. Don't do that. And don't search or find someone who will make your Sailor Moon complete. You don't need somebody to make you complete. You need you to make you complete. Now, I'm speaking for myself. I've dated plenty of pretentious jerks who really are pretentious jerks who cosplay Tuxedo Mask. Yeah, lesson learned. Now, granted, I won't lie. There's still some cute Tuxedo Masks cosplayers that I'm like, oh, he's cute. He's cute. I'm glad I'm not dating. Single lady and proud. That's the wrong hand. Single lady. And I really don't give a fuck. But for real, don't let someone tell you what to do to make you happy. And for any single Sailor Moon cosplayers or, cosplayers of Sailor Moon characters, whether it be Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Chibiusa, Small Lady, Wicked Lady, whatever. Black Lady, that's a joke waiting to be made. That's a meme somewhere. human Luna, what have you, like whatever Sailor Moon character, and really whatever character that you think requires a couple, like that you think you need to have someone with you to make your cosplay complete. You don't. If you love your cosplay, if you feel like a badass boss ass bitch, screw whatever anyone else has to say. Because you're happy with you. Now, I'm not saying it's not fun to have cosplay friends. I have a lovely cosplay girlfriend, girl who's a friend. And she's amazing. I love her. Yes, I love her. But, for real, like, you don't need anyone to make you happy. You need yourself to make you happy. Like, don't worry what anyone else has to say. Like, don't let anybody ever tell you, find your true love to make your cosplay complete. No. Find yourself so that you can already feel complete. My therapist in Alabama said this. The love that you have for another person, whether it be romantic, platonic, or what have you, should be the dessert. It shouldn't be the first course. Like the main course should be you loving yourself. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be about anybody's outward opinions or beliefs or what they think you should be, what they think you should do. It should be what the fuck you want to do for yourself. And it's not selfish because, honestly, and even if it is, like, who cares? We probably live in the most self-absorbed society since the baby boomers. Let's just be real. That's my opinion. And kind of a belief. Like, you're all the millennials who feel insulted by that, feel free to disagree. But I don't really care. And see, that's the thing. You've got to love yourself to a point where you have enough indifference. Like, just have indifference. Don't worry about it. And don't ever, Hiller, can you hear me? Don't ever let anyone tell you what you need to do to make yourself happy. You do what makes you happy. Don't let anybody define your happiness for you. That's no one else's job but yours. And I'm speaking for myself, not for everyone, because I know that haven't met them personally, but I know there are some cosplayers that are Sailor Moon Tuxedo Mask and they're like engaged or they're in long-term relationships or whatever the hell. Good for you. I don't care. Like, I mean, good for you. I'm happy for them. That's great. But I don't care. It's not my life. I don't give a crap. I don't care. It's none of my business. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because back in 2015, the year that inspired the song Never Again, links to my album will be below. Shameless plug done. But the year that Never Again, that song was kind of becoming the year of Never Again, the Never Again era that inspired that song Never Again. I honestly believed it. Like, I wouldn't have made such a, depressing, woe is me, all or nothing, whatever it may. I don't even know what the right term is, but I wouldn't have made such an intense promise to myself had I not had some bad experiences. And I know somebody in the comments is gonna say, you just need to find the right one. I am the right one. I'm perfect for me. I'm not perfect for anybody else. Like, I don't believe that. And no, I'm not saying I'm perfect as in I don't have flaws. Girl, you want to see all the flaws I have? Here's the start. Exhibit A. Okay? Exhibit A. And that's not the only one. I I got plenty of flaws, but you're not seeing all of them. I'm just saying. Wow, 10 minutes already. But yes, this is a bit of a rant. But I just want any females or, you know, anybody who's watching this who feels like they're being told, you have to do this so that you can feel happy. Like, if anyone's feeling like they're kind of being told how to live their life or what defines them by anyone, tell them, you know, get out your death note and just ask, what's their name? Like not really, unless you're like at a convention or something, which I think you could get away with it in that scenario because most people take it as a joke at anime conventions. But just tell them, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it. Bye. Cut them off. Ignore them. Like, don't let anybody define who you are. You define who you are. And I could tell you ways to define yourself, but I'm not a self-help coach. I'm not a manifestation coach. I'm not any of that crap. I'm me. So, what works for me may not work for you. And yes, I do some of the cliche things that some of the coaches recommend. I do believe in positive affirmations when I need them. I do believe in listening to positive music and to my taste and consuming mostly positive media, but I don't believe in doubting or denying emotions. Because as you can tell, I'm a little frustrated in this video. But seriously, don't let anybody define your life for you. Don't. Be unapologetic, which is something I'm working on too, so just know you're not alone. I'm not going to coach you into how not to be apologetic, because girl, listen. Hey, listen. No. Don't ask me for services because I don't have them. Nor am I licensed. So, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. But yeah, just don't let anybody tell you how to live your life. You live your life. And if people aren't happy with how you're living your life, if they're like, you should do this, you should do that, say thank you. Next. Like, not even Ariana Grande, which I do love her song, but I think Mrs. Darbus from High School Musical just be like, thank you. Next! You know, just go ahead. You know, and you don't have to yell it like I just did, but, you know, just don't let anyone tell you what makes you happy. You define what makes you happy. Don't let anybody tell you you need someone else to complete you or something else to complete you. Your love for who you are, inside and out, that's all you need to be complete. Everything else is miscellaneous, I guess is the word. And you really don't need people to make you happy. And if you feel you do, and this is just my perspective, address your loneliness. Like, you don't have to jump in right straight into shadow work and be like, I'm lonely and because I don't trust anyone. Like, you don't have to go there the first night. I did that once. I don't recommend it. Like, do shadow work slowly if you do believe in shadow work. But, you know, and I will link a video to a wonderful shadow work how-to that I've seen that I really like, and I think you guys will really like it. Her name is Ionese. I hope I'm saying it right. And she is amazing. So please check that video out because she actually knows, like, she'll give you much better information on how to do that. But yeah, I took a few tips from her on like how to do shadow work and not such a, like, you go deeper and deeper. You don't just jump right in, from my experience. But she'll give you some great tips and she'll tell you what you need to know if you are interested. But I really do recommend just learning to love being alone. Learning to love being in your own head. Because you have to... It's almost 12:30 a.m. where I am, but you have to learn to love yourself. in everything. Even if you're not like, even if you don't like yourself sometimes, which is completely natural. Like, I love myself, but there are days where I don't like everything about myself, but I still love who I am at my core. But don't let anybody tell you what to do. I mean, and you don't have to be a bitch either. You don't have to be hateful or rude or if they are being disrespectful, say talking down to you, take it and then say, "Look what you made me do." You know, just ignore it. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. But yeah, just do what makes you happy. Be your own fortune cookie. Links to that below. And no, I'm not a life coach. No, I can't help you any further in this video, so don't get your hopes up. And side note, although I think there are some good life coaches on YouTube, I am subscribed to some of them. Don't let life coaches define you either. Don't ever, and this is from my personal perspective, like, take it or leave it, or take it with a sprinkle of salt. But don't ever let a life coach tell you, you're not doing it right. Fuck you. Excuse my language, but screw that shit. You don't need to let anyone tell you, you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it right. Is it working for you? That's the question you should ask yourself. And if you say yes, and they're saying, you're not doing it right, next video, because if it's working for you, and it's helping you do what you feel you need to do in order to manifest whatever the hell you want to manifest, you're doing it right for you. Doesn't matter what anyone else has to say. It's your effing life. Do it your way. And although I don't believe in originality, I really don't, which I might do a video on that, but it's better to be, this is a quote I saw many years ago, before Facebook, by the way, and it said, it's better to be a first-rate version of yourself than a second-rate copy of someone else, or something like that. Be you. And if you don't know who you are, or if you don't want to be open about who you are fully, that's okay too. But don't be ashamed of who you are. And honestly, don't let anybody tell you who to be. Not even me. Don't let me tell you who to be. You define yourself, just as I'm defining myself in my own path. You define yourself in your own path. And again, you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be hateful. This is a bit of a rant video. But you don't have to bite back, so to speak. You can just do you. And just dust off the shoulder. Just all the crap or nonsense, all the nonsense that people are trying to impose on you. Just say Eric Draven sends his regards. And be done. I hear the crow. Like, just be done. Don't let anybody tell you who to be. You choose. I choose me to be myself. Good days and bad days. And during my happiest times and my not so happiest times. So you choose what you want to do and who you want to be. And if you're happy with that, from my perspective, you're doing it right. And you don't need anyone to tell